Hi guys, Lori here. I'm here today to start a new reading vlog. It is February 24th, so we have about almost a full week left of the month, and I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done this week. I did have last week off, which was awesome, but now I have to go to school and get really started on Willy Wonka and do all that fun stuff. But I just want to catch you guys up on what I'm reading. I am listening to Wizards of Once by Cressida Cowell, and I am reading Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, and I'm on page about 174. My goal tonight before I go to bed is to get up to page 230. But yeah, I'm really loving being back in this world. I'm trying to keep these clips short tonight because I talked all day and I have to teach tomorrow. But other than that, I'm really hoping that I get a lot of reading done today. The Oscars is also on today, and I love watching the Oscars. So hopefully I'll get to read a lot and watch some Oscars, watch some Supergirl, and yeah, so I'll check back in hopefully when I get to 230 and give you guys my thoughts. If not, I'll definitely talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye! Hi guys, Lori here. I'm back. It's Monday night, and I did wind up finishing my 70 pages in Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I don't want to be too spoilery because some people still haven't read the series, but the event that I knew was coming has happened, so now I'm just kind of on a free fall. I kind of remember what happened at the end, but not really. But yeah, I really am loving my reread. I think it's such a fascinating story. I think that the dynamics between all the characters are just like so interesting. I think the female dynamics are especially interesting, and this is the point in the story where I feel like it really becomes like a triangle. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm now on page 313 and I have to get up to page 410. I'll probably finish this over the next 2 days. But yeah, I'm really liking it. This is a reread for me. I read it a while ago, so the details are a little bit fuzzy. I knew that like the big plot twist happened in the middle of the book, so I'm curious to see where the rest of the story goes. But yeah, I'm definitely do like Selena's character growth and all the decisions she's making. Yeah, and I'm just really enjoying it. I'm also in tandem. I'm also reading The Circle Open Magic Steps, which is the first book in the Circle Open series, and this follows Sangeline Saltorin, and she is becoming to a teacher to a boy who has magic, and his magic happens when he dances. I'm on page 74 of this. This is just a super fast read. Hopefully I'll make a little bit more progress tonight, and hopefully can finish these two by the end of the month. But yeah, I'll check in either tonight or tomorrow when I come home from rehearsal. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later for another update. Bye. I'm back. It is Thursday, and tomorrow is the first day of March. So I am back. I definitely did not get a lot of reading done this week, and I will slowly tell you why. I live on Long Island and I commute to and from work every single day. And on Tuesday night, there was a very, very, very bad train accident on my line that killed 3 people and just had a lot of confusion and chaos in the commuting. And it just added so much stress to my life, and I was exhausted for the past 3 days. So I didn't listen to as much stuff. I really was just re-listening to much older podcasts that I had listened to before because I really couldn't focus on anything. And it wasn't anything that like I could do. Like I felt like I was like always late for stuff, and I just don't like that feeling. So reading fell a little bit more by the wayside, but honestly, I was so stressed out over the past couple of days with commuting and being late that I just didn't want to read. However, I did wind up finishing Crown of Midnight last night, which I actually really liked. I really love this reading, and I really, really love this conclusion, or not conclusion, the second book in the series. I thought that it dived into Selena very interestingly, and I liked all the point of views that we got. There's a situation in this book that really always breaks my heart when I read it, but this book was definitely a 5-star read for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it and cannot wait to start Heir of Fire. Heir of Fire is the book that I stopped reading the series on, so I'll be curious if I'm compelled to keep going once I read it in a quicker time fashion, especially now that I've basically read these back to back. But yeah, I'm super excited to dive into that book starting next month, and yeah, so I did start reading a few other things. Like I started reading the first Circle Opens book, but honestly, was so unfocused that I just stopped. I also started listening to Wizards of Once, and I was so distracted that I stopped. So yeah, so that's basically my reading wrap up. It definitely was a really good reading month, even though the month was so short. But that train accident and the breaks and everything just really put a damper on my reading. Hopefully, I'll have a much better reading month in the month of um, March, but it is a much longer month. I don't have any weeks off that month either, and I do have to get a lot of stuff for my show done, but hopefully I will be able to read at least 5 books. That's my goal, and that's the books I'm going to choose from, but I will talk to you guys later for another video. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back. It is now Sunday. I know this reading vlog has really gone by the wayside, but in addition to all my train issues, grades are also due tomorrow. So I have to put through 350 grades for all the students that I work with, and it's a lot of very, very tedious work. I've been working on it all day. We're also expecting a snowstorm tonight. I don't know how that's going to affect my commute, but yeah, I'm in the process of making sure everything's prepped for this week. With Instagram, I haven't posted in a few days, and that's so not like me. So I'm going to have those posts pressed for this week and make sure I have all my blog posts done. I have to send out my giveaway and all that other fun stuff. But I just wanted to catch you guys up on what I'm reading. I am in the middle of The Art of Losing by Lizzie Mason. This book's actually really interesting. I talked about this a lot during BEA around that time period because it was in a lot of my videos, but it basically follows this girl named Harley, and her life changes the day when her younger sister, winds up making out with her boyfriend, and she winds up catching them. And in her anger, she winds up leaving her sister at this party with her boyfriend, or her ex-boyfriend, I guess. And he has been drinking a lot, and he winds up taking her home, and there's a big car accident, and her sister winds up in a coma. And she's kind of dealing with the grief of that. She's in a coma, so she's not awake. But you're also seeing the relationship with her friends and her family, and you're also seeing flashbacks to the relationship with her sister. It's a really, really compelling read. I'm on page 164, and I'm really liking it. I would love to just finish this today because it's really interesting. It deals a lot with like grief, forgiveness, redemption. There's a boy next door romance, which you guys know I love. But yeah, and it deals a lot with like alcoholism and the Alcoholics Anonymous, which I find really interesting. And I actually I've met this author a lot. She's actually a publisher at Bloomsbury, but this is her first solo novel, and I'm really enjoying it. So hopefully I'm making a little bit more dent in it tonight. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I literally just got done with all my prep stuff for school, so I actually had a few minutes and I wanted to film this. But hopefully I'll be able to check in before several times today because I didn't give you guys as many updates as I wanted to during this whole week, but I hope to make up for that. I'll talk to you guys later for another update. Bye. Hi guys, checking back in. So sudden quick announcement, I do have a snow day tomorrow. Yay! I'm actually super excited because I was not looking forward to commuting in that much weather. Considering my commute on a good day is like an hour and 15 minutes, with snow is probably more like 2.5 hours, so I'm super excited. No work tomorrow, which is great. I definitely am going to tackle this book today. Right now I'm on page 218 of The Art of Losing by Lizzie Mason. But yeah, I'm actually really liking it. It definitely deals with forgiveness, focus on sister relationship, does deal with like alcoholism, not for the main character, but for other characters in her life, which I think is super interesting. And I'm on page 214. And this book is like 300 pages. I really would like to tackle the rest of this tonight, but I think she's a really interesting character. It deals with body image stuff. It deals with family. It deals with just like a really hard-hitting contemporary, and I normally really like those. But I think this book is super interesting because you have a main character, and you have her like basically hiding what happened. That the fact that not only her boyfriend cheated on her with her sister, but that's why she ran away and left her in his hands. So it's like a really like heartbreaking novel, but I'm really enjoying it. She writes like really realistically, and I'm always looking for realistic writers. She's definitely one I will definitely pick up in the future. Right now it's like a 5-star read. I'm loving the redemptive romance. I'm loving the boy next door trope. Those are tropes that I love in books, so I'm really enjoying this. And yeah, it's just a really, really great read. So if you're looking for kind of a more emotional read, I would highly recommend it. I will definitely try to update a few more times tonight just now that I know that I do have a snow day and I don't have to go to bed at 10 p.m. But yeah, I'll definitely check in with you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, checking back in. It's about 9:30 and I am on page 282 of The Art of Losing. I'm really enjoying this book. I think it's super interesting, super compelling. I'm loving my lead character, Harley, and I'm loving the relationship that we're seeing between Harley and her sister. I'm loving how this book uses flashbacks. This is definitely going to be a 5-star read for me. I think what Lizzie Mason does really well is captures teen culture in like a really realistic way. Sometimes when you read these books, they're so not realistic, but this book I feel like really is. And I'm just really enjoying it. I'm having a hard time putting it down. And I feel like this book will have a really, really solid ending. And normally I struggle with contemporary sometimes because the endings aren't fleshed out. And I, as an audience member, love a clear, concise ending. But I'm really liking these main characters. They're not perfect, and they're all dealing with flaws. I like how this book addresses therapy in various ways. Um, this book looks at addiction in several different ways. And this book just really tackles a lot of interesting issues. It's definitely a new favorite of mine so far. I'm really enjoying it. And if you are looking for a harder hitting contemporary like a Katie McGarry, I really recommend this read. It's a perfect realistic contemporary novel about what realistically happens, kind of like Katie McGarry. And it just deals with issues that are not often dealt with in books. Like recently, I read Unclaimed Baggage by Jen Dole, I think what it was, and that had a very interesting take on it. And also, there was a book, The Resolutions, which dealt with addiction, some elements, which I really liked. But this book also tackles grief really, really well, and redemption and forgiveness, which are topics that aren't always really dealt with in like a realistic manner. But I'm really enjoying this. I have about like 20 pages left, so I'm definitely gonna finish this tonight and then move on to something else. I do have a snow day tomorrow, so hopefully I can even tackle another read tomorrow. That would actually be great. But yeah, I'll check back in when I'm done. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, I'm checking back in. I did wind up finishing The Art of Losing by Lizzie Mason. Oh, I really like this book. I thought it was a perfect read. I loved it. I thought it was structured so well. I thought that it was tied up so nicely. I just really love this book, and I thought that it dealt with such harder issues like redemption, forgiveness, grief, alcoholism, addiction, sister relationships, family dynamics, forgiving yourself and forgiving others. I just love this book. I thought it was a perfect story. I really enjoyed it. I really hope she writes more in the future because she really tackled all these topics in such a effective manner that I think really is realistic. I love the structure. I love how she used flashbacks. I thought that it really like balanced the story, and I liked how this story didn't really seem to villainize any characters. It kind of showed everyone's kind of in shades of gray. I thought she created super complicated characters, which is sometimes hard when the book is told from one character's point of view. But I felt like you really understood all the characters and all their choices. I just really, really liked it. But yeah, I will have a blog review of all my blog in a couple of days probably. And now I am going to dive into probably a faster read, and it's The Assassination of Branwen Spurge. I don't know much about this, but I know that Reagan really liked it, and I know that it has really pretty illustrations. So I'm gonna dive into this and give you guys my thoughts tomorrow, probably. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys! It is Monday, March 4th. I do have a snow day today. We actually got a bit of snow. We didn't on Long Island. We didn't get a lot, but it's 4 inches, so it's pretty good. So, but they did close the city schools, which is where I work. So I'll actually have a snow day, which is super exciting. I did say that in an earlier clip. But yeah, I am just going to take the day. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna get some reading done, catch up on a lot of my TV shows, which means you guys get to see a lot of clips today, hopefully. Last night I did start The Assassination of Branwen Spurge. This book is 500 pages, but there's a lot of pictures, so hopefully I'm gonna see how much I can get through this. It sounds really interesting. I know that it's about this elf that gets sent to the Goblin Kingdom, um, and the pictures kind of tell one story, and the writing tells another story, but they're both like the same story. Um, but yeah, I'm really hoping that I like this, and I will check back in with you guys when I get a little more farther. Right now, I'm on page 29 of it, so I will check back in. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, Laurie here. I'm checking back in. I have got up to page 148 of The Assassination of Branwen Spurge. This book is like, I think it's perfect for this time period and the reason, or like 2019 in specific, because it's basically telling you two very different stories. Like there is a series of pictures that take summarize, but it's like a very different interpretation of what's happening. And in like a society now where like, you know, perception can change. And it's also about two different cultures and like trying to like basically like assimilating and trying to make people feel comfortable, but mistakes are made. But I'm just loving the magical components of this because it's just fun. The pictures are really, really pretty too. Like I will definitely make a lot more progress on this book, even though it's really, really long. But I'm just loving it. It's just like a really, really fun read. And I think for kids, you know, it's a nice way to talk about culture and cultural differences and you know, and it's kind of going back a little bit into like elves and goblins, which I really think is fun. But I'm really captivated. Like it's really, really fun to not put down and you look at the goblins and how they are treating the elves and how the elves thinks he's being treated, and you know, when someone says something in a different language, the what they're actually saying and how insulting it could come across. But it's actually super fast paced. So I'm gonna go back to reading and I'll talk to you guys in a bit for another update. Bye. Hey guys, I'm just checking back in. It's right around 2:30. And I did make some more progress. I'm now on page 236 of The Assassination of Branwen Spurge, and it's actually becoming super interesting. And I think what this book is trying to tell is like victory is in, or how you tell a story or how a war is won is always in the eyes of the winners, and everyone will have a very different side of the stories. And when you have these two characters who are both historians interact with each other, you learn that their stories are totally different. But I'm really loving the structure of this novel because you have a very, very clear narrative, and then you have him sending back communications basically of his pictures of what he sees, and it's just really interesting. But their relationship is becoming super interesting. They're now starting to talk to each other, which is something that's super compelling, and I'm just really enjoying it. I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm flying through it, but I'm really liking the multimedia aspect of this novel. So I'm definitely gonna hopefully try to make some more progress on this. It's actually really, really long. It's a little bit over 600 pages. But I'm about to be 300 pages in. So hopefully I can tackle this today. I'm really not doing anything other than reading, but yeah, I will check back in when I make some more progress. Bye. Hi guys, checking back in. I have got up to page 383 of The Assassination of Branwen Spurge. I am really liking it. I'm enjoying it. It's a rather fast read. I like that there is a multimedia element. And the multimedia element comes in two parts. The first part is like the beautiful illustrations that basically sum up what is happening in like one way. Then you read the text, and then there's letters, which I really like. But it's just a really like interesting way. It's like a very, very political heavy. It's about war, information, and what story is told based on who wins. I think that that's super interesting, and I'm loving the relationship between Branwen Spurge and Wulfro. It's just a really, really compelling read. I'm already on page 308. I would love to tackle the rest of this tonight because this book is massive, and I normally don't bring books this big to my job. But yeah, I'll definitely check back in on more progress I made. We're right to the climax of it. So yeah, I'll check back in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, Laurie here. I'm back. Sorry I didn't update yesterday. It was kind of a long day, and I had a really bad headache. But this morning I did wind up finishing The Assassination of Branwen Spurge. This book was just so charming. It was a really like, unique read. I think it was really well done. Basically follows these two characters. And they basically are emissaries for the goblin and the elf kingdom, and they wind up meeting and they go on a bunch of adventures. But the thing I really liked about this story was it was told through pictures, and the pictures tell really one story, and the novel tells one. So it's all about truth, lies, and tell a surprisingly different story about the text and the biting social commentary about suggesting that victory lies not who wins the battles, but who writes the history. I thought it to be so fun. I'm gonna give this to a kid at my job, but I really would love to read more about this author in the future. These illustrations were gorgeous. It was just a really interesting way, especially in this political climate, to tell kids that like how you can use history and how history changes depending on who told it. I really enjoyed it. And now I have moved on to Arlo Finch and the Lake of the Moon. I am literally 28 pages in, but I'm actually really enjoying it. So yeah, I will definitely check back in later tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back. It is now Saturday. Sorry, this reading vlog has been so weird and so busy. I apologize. But that's basically what show life is when you're a middle school theater teacher working on a production of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. But I have been getting some reading done, especially in the last couple of days. I am now on page 106 of Arlo Finch and the Lake of the Moon. My voice has vanished a bit, but hopefully it will be back soon. I'm really liking this. It's a sequel to Arlo Finch Valley of Fire, and I really like that book. I'm really enjoying this one. I hope to update you guys a little bit more tomorrow as well, but I just wanted to check in. Yeah, I actually really like this. It's a very, very fun middle grade. And yeah, I'm hoping to finish it shortly and then read one of my books for a blog tour that I'm on. But yeah, I'll definitely check back in tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, Laura here. I'm back. I did start reading End of the Line by Diana Rodriguez Wallace yesterday for a blog tour, but I wound up getting a different post that I had to post, so it all worked out. But I am in the middle of reading Arlo Finch, Lake of the Moon, and I am on page 140. I'm really enjoying this book. I'm loving the new setting. I'm loving how we're going to like a camp themed around these magical elements. The friendship dynamics in this book is really different than the first book, and there's a lot more intrigue and drama. And it kind of reminds me of the kids that I work with. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm about 140 pages in. I'd love to tackle more of it today. I'm also in the process of catching up on some TV. So when I make a little more progress, I will definitely check back in. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Guys, I'm actually here to finish this vlog. I wound up reading a lot of books over the past 2 weeks. Most of them were featured in this video, but I just wanted to quickly put a bow into this vlog and apologize for my lack of vlogging consistently. I am going to try to be much better in the upcoming weeks. But I'm about to start a new reading vlog and let you guys know what I've been reading, and I'll talk to you guys in that reading vlog.